So to braid this star shape, I went on Google and tried to divide a circle into 5 to have an idea of what the angles should look like, and I came across this shape. What does this shape look like to you? Like this round one? To me, it looks like a stick man holding out his hands and his legs. So I am going to use that to illustrate to how to draw this. So for the stick man holding out his hands, his arms and his legs, this is what he looks like, and this is what those angles are going to look like. So it's going to make it easier for you to replicate. So you make these angles and then have a center point where you join the stars like this. This is going to be majority of the pattern. This is what we are going to replicate on the head, trying to make sure that the length of the stars are equal. So you're going to need at least 5 clips and then your comb. In order to measure the length of the hair, I just used a rubber band to mark the length of the comb where I want the star to be as long as. I hope you understand. So it's just easy for me to measure that way using the rubber band like this as a ruler. So I reduced the length because it looked too long, and now I have an idea of where it should be. This is just going to give you an estimate. So now we are going to draw the arms of the stick man. That is the center one holding his head up, the first one. This second line is his left arm, and this is his right arm. Okay, so I use that rubber band to make sure the length is approximately the same thing. Now we are doing his legs. Let's say he's jumping up, opening his 2 arms and his 2 legs wide. That is what we are drawing now on the head. So the second leg drawn. When you are done, you're supposed to take your time and make sure they are equal. So I am going back to just try to make it equal. Most likely I tried this thing 2 times, and both times the space between the 2 legs was wider than the rest of the space, so I had to adjust it. So just adjust until they are equal. Now I am just choosing a point in between the head and the left arm to attach the star as I showed in that diagram. I am going to bring the diagram back in case you're confused. So from the top of the star, just draw a straight line to that middle point that we chose as I illustrated in the drawing. Okay, so try to make sure it is clean. So this is half of the star in the middle at the top. So now we are going to do for the next star. From that middle point, we draw it to the highest point of the star. So connect also. This is from the middle between both of them to the top of the star on the top left hand side. That is the hand of the stick man, his left arm. Okay, so we are creating a star on his head, on his left arm, his right arm, his left leg, and his right leg. Okay, so this is the star on his left arm. That is half of it. I am going to clip this half away. Now to do the second half, I will choose a point in between the 2 spaces there and connect it from the top like this, and when I join it together, it is going to complete the part of the star. Now we are going to make sure the tip is pointed or pointy. So just use your comb to make that place sharp. Okay, be patient in doing this, make it sharp. You're going to end up with a gorgeous star, like a bright shining star. So this is the illustration I was talking about. Look at the diagram I meant. You choose a point in between. Don't let that point be far up. Bring it down as much as you can, and then make a section from the top of your star to the middle of that point to that point. Just the whole thing I am recreating now is that drawing. This is how we are going to come up with the star. Okay, so just, I don't know if the diagram is clearer for you. You can watch that as you make yours. If what I am doing is clearer, then you can watch mine as you make yours, but it's the same thing. I am basically replicating what I am drawing on the head to come up with the stars. Okay, and I am also again making sure the tip is pointed once you get the gist, we are going to fast forward through it until we are done with the rest. As you can see, I am using that rubber band to have an estimate of the measurement of how long the star should be, because you don't want star with uneven sides or where one is too long. And if you make it too long, it will look like an octopus, which, by the way, is not an easy drawing for anybody. If you come up with that design, see, whatever you come up with is going to be fine. If you round out the pointy end, if you make the mistake of not making it sharp, it will end up looking like a flower. If you make it too long, it will end up looking like an octopus. If you make it too short, it will still look like a flower or a short star. Like, whatever you come up with, you're going to be proud of yourself. So ease the pressure and just have fun. And this was actually really fun to make. Yeah. Okay, so let's just fast forward through that because it's easy. If you want to see how to braid a heart, how to braid flowers, how to braid $sign, how to braid any alphabet, I have braided from A to Z. How to braid any number, I have braided from 0 to 9. Like all these nice designs. If you want to see how to braid a butterfly, what else have I braided? Okay, I can't think of any other thing, but I have all those things on my channel and you should check them out. So once we are done, it's time to braid. You're just going to braid each of those stars into the middle. By the way, we have this section in the middle that does not belong to anybody, like a small portion of hair, round portion of hair in the center. It does not belong to any of these 5 arms of the star. So just braid and leave that section. You're going to braid the 5 arms inwards, the way I am doing now. But that tiny hair in the middle, leave it. It does not belong to anybody. That's the center of the star, okay? So again, just braid all the way into the middle. So as I was saying, please let me continue selling my market. If you have a baby that has a short fussy hair, I have several, like I have clients that have short fussy hair and I've done their hair over and over again, so you can see several styles that will be an inspiration. Whether you want to use hair extension or not, I have styles for that. If your child's hair is relaxed, I have styles. If you have a toddler, I have a video that highlights easy hairstyles you can make for a toddler. If you want to start making your own hair yourself, I put together like a video album of hairstyles that are easiest to make on yourself. When I started making my hair myself, I had criteria of the hairstyles I was going to choose, the ones that are easy to hide flaws, that doesn't take much time, that will look as if you're stepping out of a salon, like just less hairstyles with less cornrow. I considered all those things before selecting the hairstyles I was making, especially when I started making my hair myself. So if you want to make your hair yourself, I have that video. You're going to see variety of hairstyles that are easy, different types. And also if you want to see like the best 2021 ponytail hairstyles, I have a video where I compiled some of those gorgeous hairstyles. You can check that out. And if you're interested in knowing me personally outside of the hair I make, I have another channel, Chi Uncut, which is absolutely about me. If you're not interested, if you want to see more of hair stuff, please don't go there. I'm not going to put anything about hair there. It's going to be like a more personal and vulnerable, like more about me type of video. So for here, you can braid. Okay, you can make a ponytail, like a tiny pony the way I am doing, or you can make like 1 braid or 2 or 3 and add beads if it's for a little girl. You can do whatever you want with that, but for this video I am just going to make it into a small ponytail and clip it up here. So you can incorporate this into your braid hairstyle and do whatever design you like on the rest of the hair. You can put the star by the side, make it smaller or bigger. You can just play around. This is just like the foundation of how to braid a star. And until I have a client who wants a hairstyle with a star in it, then you can see what I will come up with. But before then, if you come up with anything nice, please tag me on Instagram, Chi Hair Diaries, so that I can share it here and also see for myself. This is a bedazzled heart hairstyle. This is a hairstyle I made for my younger sister. Black Lives Matter braids. This is one of the alphabets, letter R, and this is my jungle braids. Check them out.